All right. Excellent. I think we're going to get started. Again, my name's John Wojciechowski. I'm the product manager here at 3B Scientific. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We're going to be speaking today about some entry-level, very affordable auscultation mannequins, the SAM Basic and the PAT Basic. These are Cardionics products, which are part of the 3B Scientific group. I hope that what we show you in the near future is going to be very insightful and really help guide you on your path to which product would be best for your needs, either as an individual or as a school. We're going to be doing a quick demo of both the SAM and the PAT, and then we're also going to be speaking about some of the more advanced auscultation mannequins that we have. And then we'll bring in one of our national sales managers and just have a quick conversation, and ultimately finish it with some simple questions and answers and get you back to your lunch break. I appreciate it. So hang on one moment. We're going to switch and I'm going to share my screen. We're going to pause this webcam here and I will see you in just a few moments. Okay.
Hey everybody, Dr. John here with 3B Scientific. I'm going to take some of your time today to discuss our fantastic affordable auscultation options for the entry-level provider. We're dealing with CTE programs, physical therapy programs, chiropractic, nursing, entry-level med school, first year, second year med school type programs, PAs. These are all going to be fantastic and would benefit the use of the SAM and the PAT Basic. The SAM and the PAT were developed exclusively to train and teach auscultation sounds of the heart, the lungs, and the bowels. The varying size, the SAM compared to the PAT, obviously the adult versus the pediatric patient, they have varying sounds that depend on whether you are an adult or on a pediatric side, which will be different if you're listening to one versus the other. Both of these products use the SimScope powered by Cardionics Sound and SimScope platform. The SimScope has the ability to connect with various points in the appropriate auscultation sites on both the SAM and the PAT, that when you are auscultating appropriately, you will hear that corresponding sound as it's heard in that site. This is something that some of our competitors aren't able to do, and that's one of the reasons that we think the SAM and the PAT particularly have a great advantage over some of their other competitors. The PAT has 8 heart sounds, 13 lung sounds, 18 bowel sounds, and 4 bruit sounds, which are unique to the pediatric patient. The SAM has 18 heart sounds, 20 lung sounds, 6 bowel sounds, and 1 bruit sound, which can be auscultated at the appropriate sites on the mannequin. Both the SAM and the PAT come with the COVID-19 auscultation sound, which can be seen in the SimScope library and auscultated appropriately on both adult and pediatric patients. The SAM and the PAT come in both a light and a dark skin tone, allowing the trainee to understand the differences in auscultating in various skin tones. When using the SimScope, it forces the student to actually palpate for the appropriate auscultation sites. So whether we're palpating for the aortic, for the pulmonic, tricuspid, or mitral sites, the student has to learn how to do this appropriately so that the sound is heard. Now I'd like to tell you about our higher end auscultation mannequins and some of the features that you can receive with those. PAT, our advanced pediatric auscultation trainer, has 98 sounds of heart, lung, bowel, and bruit. Specifically used for diagnosis of those sounds, I would recommend that PAT is used in the MD, the DO, the PA, or the nursing program with the emphasis on children. The SAM2 is perfect for the medical school programs, the physician assistant programs, cardiology, respiratory therapy, anything where you need to know the sound to make an appropriate diagnosis. The SAM2 comes with nearly 100 sounds of heart, lung, bowel, and bruit. The SAM3G, like the SAM2, is made for the medical student. This is a product designed specifically to learn and understand the auscultation signs so that appropriate diagnosis can be made. The SAM3G has over 100 sounds, and you can actually use any stethoscope with it, just like on the SAM2, so that students are able to bring their preferred stethoscope and auscultate either anteriorly or posteriorly, ensuring that the student truly understands the sound they're listening for. Additionally, the SAM3G comes with real sounds. So unlike the SAM2 or the SAM Basic models, what you're hearing when you listen to SAM3 is actually real human sound. This is game-changing for Cardionics and for 3B Scientific, and we hope that you get to experience it soon. SAM2 and SAM3G also come with a virtual platform called SAM Online, free for 1 year with purchase. SAM Online is an interactive auscultation diagnosis platform which allows students to learn more at home as well as in the classroom, taking tests and quizzes and gaining an experience and confidence with the diagnosis of auscultation sounds. To be able to quickly plug and play SAM2 and SAM3G, it's as simple as plugging in these two USB cables, the power supply, turning the base on, and then accessing the SimScope software on the laptop. Now I'd like to review the SimScope software and platform with you so you can see the fantastic Cardionics sound library and how the SimScopes are used. On the left side of your screen, you'll see the library of sounds that this SAM Basic has and you're able to auscultate for. We have our heart sounds, we have lung sounds that are able to be heard in all lobes. We actually have sounds that can be heard in particular lobes, whether it is left upper, left lower, or right lower. And then as we get to the bottom of our library, we're able to see our bowel sounds and our bruit sound. The center of our screen shows us the anterior and posterior aspects of the manikin. This particular screen is mainly for the teacher or instructor to ensure that the student is auscultating in the correct point. When the student places the stethoscope on the appropriate auscultation point, a green light will light up in the corresponding area on the screen. On the right side of the screen, we see the sounds the SimScope actually has presently. So if they were to place the stethoscope on the manikin, these are the sounds that they would hear. If we wanted to change those, we can simply go to a different sound on the left side, double click, we see it on the right side now in the heart section. We would like to save those sounds, so we would have to press the red disc to save the sound on the bottom right. And when this completes, the SimScope software will replace the previous heart sound. When we bring the library down, if we would like to change our lung sound, for instance, we could simply double-click. Something very exciting about the SimScope software that is offered with SAM and PAT Basic are these custom scenarios down at your bottom left. Custom scenarios are scenarios that can be built by the instructor to show specific conditions that the patient might have. So you are able to combine similar heart, lung, bowel sounds, for instance, to describe a patient with a common cold or the patient with COVID-19. There are lots of different combinations that instructors would be able to put together, and in essence, what we're doing is shortening the time the instructor has on the computer and allowing them more time with the students in the room. I hope that this was a brief and explanatory overview of the SimScope software. Thank you so much, and we'll go back to you.
All right, we're back. Thanks for watching that hopefully explanatory and beneficial video. We're here with Tim Hemans, our national sales manager, and he just wanted to go over a few simple things to help kind of guide you in your process of decision making. Tim?
Thanks, John. First of all, thank you all for scheduling the time to be with us today. We sincerely appreciate your time. We know it's tough to find time for things like this. We're incredibly excited to have Cardionics now part of the 3B Scientific family. They bring just an awesome auscultation simulation training solution, and you know, they really bring the highest quality sounds in the marketplace. So we're thrilled to have them part of the 3B Scientific family. As John mentioned, my name is Tim Hemans, and I'm National Sales Manager for 3B. My team would be more than happy to work with you in really doing a deep needs assessment as it relates to auscultation training. We'd love to understand the students that you're teaching. You know, what is their role? What would you like them to learn specifically in you know, in auscultation? We'd like to understand the training environment. You know, will your students just be doing one-on-one training with a manikin, or do you want to do group training in a classroom where the sounds can be amplified through a speaker system? Is you know, is virtual training a you know, a need? You know, would you like your students to have 24/7 access to a auscultation training platform? And so again, we're happy to work with you in really understanding your needs, and then designing a solution, whether it be our SAM and PAT basic that Dr. John showed you, or our higher end simulation manikins, SAM2, PAT, SAM3G. In addition to you know, these pedestal-based manikins, we also have wearable auscultation simulation suits. Our BHS and our SimShirt are both great, really excellent solutions if you have a standardized patient program, to really allow those standardized patients to exhibit different, you know, cardiology pathologies, which
Sure.
really can't be done with the patient. So let us know how we can help you. I think at some point here, as we wrap up, we'll make sure you have contact information. You can always reach us at sales@a-like-apple3bs.com, but we can share other contact information with you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. What I wanted to add to that as well is just because we have a certain set of scenarios that are preloaded into these softwares, we also do have extended softwares that can be purchased as well. Or if your facility really just felt like you needed to have these specific sounds in these specific scenarios, we are able to work with the designer and developer of Cardionics to actually build that for you. It's actually something I just learned not too long ago, and I really think it's a worthwhile and beneficial thing. So I guess with that being said, does anybody have any questions about the PAT, the SAM, the basic models, or any of the luxury type models?
As we're waiting, I'll just add to what Dr. John mentioned. We do have sound library charts available for all our manikins. So as part of your evaluation process, if you'd like to see what sounds come with, which manikins, we can certainly share those with you. They're also on our website.
We do have a question. It says, we need to move these from classroom to classroom. How heavy are they? They are actually very portable and easy to move. They weigh anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds at most. Tim's going to bring one in, and he's able to just easily
and I'm not
lift.
very strong, and I'm doing it pretty easily.
Okay. Oh, another question. So the SAM and the PAT have been, again, I mentioned that they are very affordable. The PAT basic manikin is $2,200. The SAM basic manikin is $3,700. They do come with the SimScope, as well as a USB loaded with the SimScope software to be added onto your computer or laptop at home. The more expensive manikins, I certainly would just recommend reaching out to either Tim or someone at your distributor group to be able to mainly guide you to the best solution, but also to ensure you get the best pricing as well.
Yep, great point, John.
I guess the only other thing, are there any other questions? So yes, you do need a computer to run the SAM basic and the PAT basic. The SAM2, the SAM3G, the PAT do come with a computer. With regards to the SAM and the PAT basics, you would have to have your own Windows 10 capable computer. We do sell laptops and software for that as well if you'd be interested. Again, that would be more of a question for our sales team.
I know sometimes there is an issue with loading external software onto institutional computers, so we do have tablets that we can sell. But if you have one and you can load it, it's really all you need.
So, do we need separate licenses for student use at home?
So, and that's kind of pointing towards what I mentioned with a virtual solution, and that's SAM Online, which is our virtual solution. That's available for purchase for $2,000 a year, and that is for up to 200 students and 5 faculty members, and you can assign whatever nomenclature you want to use in terms of signing logon access, but your students would then have access to SAM Online, using the credentials that you assign, and we can help you with that. But again, it's $2,000 a year as a purchase. It comes with a purchase with SAM2, PAT, and SAM3G, but with the SAM basic and PAT basic, it would be a purchase.
I think I saw one more question. Do you have this presentation video you showed on the website? We don't presently have it. We made it just recently, but we will be. If it's not on the website, we will certainly upload it to our YouTube channel. And we will give all of that contact information, all of that information to the people that are on this webinar today. How do these compare to the Nikki nursing manikin? So the Nikki nursing manikin is basically more of a total skills trainer, a basic nursing skills trainer. So it also has auscultation capabilities, but it additionally has the everyday daily tasks of truly what a nurse would be doing in a hospital situation. There are catheterization opportunities, there's enema opportunities, there's patient movement, and just
wound care.
There, so I would say that they are similar, but one might, realistically, I think the Nikki would be more suited for the nursing student or for the medical assistant, whereas the auscultation manikins, the SAM basic, the PAT basic, again, there's a wide array of what can use that, but I think they're just suiting different needs at different times. And yes, the SAM Online does come with SAM 3G for a year, as well as SAM 2, as well as the PAT, the pediatric auscultation manikin. Are there any other questions? Do they have the same sounds? Again, Cardionics, the platform itself, there is some interlap over the common sounds from whether it be SAM Basic up to SAM 3G, but as you grow with the products, in essence, your catalog of sounds gets larger. Yep. And also the goal with the pediatric cases, there are pediatric sounds specifically within the SAM Basic, or forgive me, the PAT Basic, as well as the PAT. You can also hear those sounds in the SAM 3G. Again, it's just that larger library. The SAM Online, I believe, also has both the pediatric and the adult auscultation sounds.
I believe so. Yeah.
I will confirm that and then also send that out with the final update after this. But yes, we believe so. What is the warranty? Fantastic question. Previously, all Cardionics products had a 3-year warranty, but we recently just extended that warranty for 5 years. We're really confident in our products. We have very little issue with damage or breaking, and so ultimately we stand by our 5-year warranty for all of the Cardionics offerings.
And we know, budgets are tight, and knowing that when you invest in one of our products, that it comes with a 5-year warranty, we're really excited to offer that.
Yes. Who would be the best contact for bib quote prices?
You can reach out to me. My email address is tim.hemans, HEMANS, at the letter A, the number 3, B like boy, S like Sam.com, and we'll include that in our follow-up email as well.
Anything else? Or I hope we've answered and been prepared for you and answered all these questions. So it looks, so what we're looking at is we're thinking of future purchases for the 22-23 year. So actually what we're doing with regards to the end of this year is if you do purchase a SAM Basic or a PAT Basic, we're offering $150 credit for future 3B purchases. So yeah, it's a fantastic and well-timed question.
Yeah.
So this is something that it's kind of a benefit from us to the user, and the goal is if you're able to get something that you need, then there may be a way to also get some additional anatomical products or even some additional Cardionics products that will be able to take a dent out of that quote for you or that cost.
I'll take that next question. We're thinking of future purchases for the 22-23 academic year. That's very common, and we do quotes that have a 6-month expiration frequently. Typically it's 30 days, but we realize from now through February probably you're building your budget for the next fiscal year, so we can absolutely provide you with a quote with an extended expiration date. We're happy to do that.
That's fantastic. Any other questions? Do we have any case studies? So what we would be able to do, case studies regarding the benefit of auscultation or of auscultation training. What I would be able to do is get with the product manager from Cardionics. They do have a very large bank, if you will, library of studies on their end that have shown the benefit and the efficacy of auscultation simulation training. As 3B as a group, I'm sure we would be able to get. We do have studies of the benefit of simulation in general and the efficacy and confidence building of the medical students.
And SAM 3G actually comes with video case studies as part of that part of that product. So you'll see a video of a medical provider doing an assessment of a patient, trying to understand, what they're feeling, and ultimately leading towards some type of auscultation training. So those are part of SAM 3G.
All right. Those are all just great questions.
Yeah.
Are there any others, or looks all right? Thank you. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody for attending and spending some time with us today. Again, we will make sure we get this video out to everybody that has attended the webinar. We will be surely adding the pre-recorded video, the presentation, either onto our YouTube page or onto our website. We'll definitely make sure that we let people know where that is so you can follow up and see that again. If you have any questions regarding sales, again, please reach out to our team. Tim is more than helpful. Lastly, we're giving, I know I just mentioned it, but we are giving away, with the purchase of a SAM Basic or a PAP Basic, one last time, $150 of 3B credit for a future purchase, and that's through the end of the year. We appreciate it, and thank you again for spending some time with us at 3B Scientific. Have a great one. Take care.